Number 2, plan for Lamb and Ferguson. So you're talking about the primary pass catchers, tight end Jake Ferguson and CeeDee Lamb.
Well, you're talking about they got 283 of their total. So right here, this is what you got to do to Lamb. You got to tackle him in space. He's very, very good. If you don't, this is what happens. He's an elite route runner, and he's great with the ball. He's great run after catch. And then obviously the last clip you're going to get here is going to be Delpit. Delpit is a guy who's gotten much better. And this is him during joint practices. I got a couple of really good cuts of him, guarding those tight ends. So what ends up here happening with CeeDee Lamb is that CeeDee Lamb is a guy. He's a good route runner, but he's a great guy with just getting separation with athleticism. So he can run the full route tree, but what he really does well is he's just an athlete. So he runs those slants very well, very Jamar Chase-like slants, fades, corner routes. He just kind of gets open, and he's really, really talented when he gets the ball in his hands. So I think they got to tackle when he gets it. They got to disrupt him at the line of scrimmage. Same with Ferguson. Delpit's got to get in his face, whether it's Delpit, whether it's a JOK, whether it's Thornhill, whoever, McLeod, whoever they're going to get, they got to be physical with these two. Like I said, 283 targets last year, so 47% of Dak Prescott's targets last year went to these two. So you think about that. Every time he throws the ball, half the time it's going to these two. So they got to have a plan for these two, whatever it is. Not go away from what you do defensively, but you got to be aware of these guys on every snap.
Well, Lamb is one of those guys that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical, and that's a guy, I don't know about you, to me that screams, all right, we can put Denzel Ward on him, but if you want to get physical with him, you put Martin Emerson on him and say, go shut him down, young man.
Yeah, they have answers for it. This is the Cincinnati offense that the Browns are made for, right? So anytime you're going to throw the ball and you have multiple receivers, tight ends, the Browns are made for that. They have 3 really good corners. They have 2 really good safeties. They have a great defensive line that can pass rush, which even makes that secondary even better because there's less time to throw the football. But you're right. If they're going to throw the ball vertical, CeeDee Lamb, if he's going to run a lot of vertical routes, they got Ward. If they're going to get physical, because CeeDee likes to get physical, they have Emerson. If they move him in the slot and they keep the guys outside, they got Newsom, who's also covered. So they have answers for a lot of different things the Cowboys want to do. Anytime you throw the ball, your primary thing is to throw the ball, I think it's an advantage to the Cleveland Browns because of how they're built defensively.